Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to Melinda's Messy Sink. Today's video is an important video, but it's also a fun one. Today we are going to be talking about how to stretch your grocery dollars by making sure that you are either using budget meals or if you are making sure that you're using all of the food that you're cooking. So Kirsti Pickens and I decided to do a collab that talked all about stretching your dollar or budget meals to help you come up with easy, delicious meals without breaking the bank, especially right now. We are actually going to use one of our chuck roasts from the cow that we bought. I'm going to put it in my crock pot. Whoops, sorry. I'm going to put it in my crock pot, but I just need to get it seasoned up. And what I do, there's no science to what I do when it comes to roast. I just throw a bunch of different seasonings on there, unless I was doing like something for a specific flavor. But this I'm doing just roast potatoes and carrots. So I am just going to put some general seasonings on here to get it seasoned up. What I'm going to put on here is onion powder, meat tenderizer, garlic powder, black pepper, and Lowry's. I'm going to do the same on both sides. All right, I have my crock pot here. I've sprayed the pot with nonstick cooking spray. I'm going to put my roast in, get it turned on, and I'm going to cook it low for 8 to 10 hours. Hey guys, okay, I'm back. Our roast cooked in our slow cooker for 9.5 hours. I just took it out and I'm going to put it in this Tupperware dish. Once it cools, I'll put the lid on and put it in the refrigerator. Unexpectedly, we were asked to go out to dinner this evening. So I'm going to use this roast beef for a collab that we have coming up, and we'll have dinner with it tomorrow too. So lots of future uses for this roast beef, but I did want to let you know it did come out of the crock pot and it is super tender. It kept falling apart every time that I tried to lift it out, so I ended up bringing it out of the crock pot in pieces. Okay guys, so our roast beef that we started yesterday, that we ended up going out to dinner and not eating, we're going to go ahead and finish that up tonight. This is everything that I took out of the crock pot. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, and we are going to have roast beef, sliced carrots, and I'm just going to use some mashed potato flakes today. We're in a hurry to get somewhere tonight, and I want to make sure that I get dinner on the table before we go. And I was so thankful that I already had this roast beef in the oven. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to slice up this roast beef. Like I said, I'm so thankful that I had this in the microwave from last night. And this may be so tender that I cannot cut it, but I'm going to do my best. And I may need more than this one little hunk. I'm going to get this onto a paper plate, and I'm going to warm this up in the actual microwave. Okay guys, we've got our water boiling for our potatoes, and we've got our corn coming up to temperature. I've got butter and brown sugar in the corn. The meat is in the microwave, going to warm up once our sides finish up. I'll meet you over on my counter when everything comes together. And here is our super quick dinner on a busy night. Roast beef, carrots, and mashed potatoes. Let me talk to you a little bit about Kirsti. Her YouTube channel is the same name, Kirsti Pickens. She's a rather new YouTuber, and she is such a sweet girl. She and her husband are a young family. They have fur baby, and they they go out on adventures, they cook, they do grocery hauls, what's for dinner videos. She is just all around a really sweet girl. Hey guys, we're back tonight for another meal off of this roast that I made over the weekend. Perfect. Tonight we are going to make beef and noodles. So our roast beef is basically done. All that we're gonna do tonight is boil some of these wide noodles, and we're gonna make some brown gravy to go on top. All of that delicious flavor from that roast will season, and with the gravy, will season up our noodles. All right, our water is boiling. According to my package and directions, my noodles cook 6 to 8 minutes. While our noodles are finishing up, I'm gonna go ahead and start on my brown gravy. I have 1 cup of water in my pan, and I'm going to whisk together my gravy mix. I'm gonna bring this up to a boil, and then once it boils, I'm going to turn my heat way down and let it simmer for 1 minute, and our gravy's ready. Okay guys, I've got my noodles done. Got my roast beef on. And my gravy just came off the stovetop. My husband tends to like things pretty saucy. And here is dinner number 2 off of our roast beef. Whatever my husband doesn't eat today, we'll pack the rest of this up, and it'll be for his lunch tomorrow. We are back. Can you believe that we still have this much roast left? And I fed my family 2 other dinners. So this is what I'm trying to say, like, while the roast can be expensive to buy the big roast, but if you're making sure that you use all of the pieces of the meat and you don't throw anything away, then the cost per meal goes way down. So this last meal that we're gonna make tonight is we are going to make beef vegetable soup. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to shred up my meat. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. I have 2 small russet potatoes. Nice, not very sharp. And I am going to cut them up into smaller pieces. Okay, got my potatoes done. So go ahead and I'm gonna dump in some carrots, green beans, onions, corn, and peas. That's all diced up for us, and it's ready to go. So I'm gonna meet you over on my cooktop where we're gonna start putting the soup together. So far I have the tomato juice in there starting to warm up, and I'm going to add in roast beef. I'm gonna add in all my frozen vegetables. I'm gonna add in some more tomato juice. And then lastly, I'm gonna add my potatoes. We'll let all this stuff start to come together. And then we're gonna keep a close eye on it. And once our tomato juice gets boiling, then we'll start adding our seasonings. But this is just a simple, no fluff vegetable soup. Okay guys, we're almost to a boil, so I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some seasoning. I'm just gonna add some black pepper. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. We didn't add any onions to this, so I'm gonna add some onion powder. And I'm gonna add some Tony's Creole seasoning. Once this is all the way to a boil, we're gonna turn this down and let it simmer until our potatoes get softened. Probably 20-25 minutes. And here is dinner tonight at our house. This is dinner number 3 from our roast vegetable beef soup. So isn't it amazing that we took that large pot roast and we broke it down into 3 different meals to feed your family? It is possible to stretch your dollar as far as you can. If you didn't have 3 different meals, you could freeze that beef. You could do freezer meals. You could do all kinds of different things with it. There are a lot of YouTubers that can beef as well. So I just wanted to spend some time with you guys today to talk about a way that I stretched my dollar as far as I could. While that roast was rather expensive, I will have probably 10, 12 meals out of that one roast. If you have not been to Kirsti's channel yet, make sure that you please check her out and show her some love. I know that you're just gonna love her channel. As a reminder, I will have her channel as well as the video that she prepared for this collab down in the description box. Don't forget, Jesus loves you. I'll see you guys in the next one.